The open road stretches endlessly beneath the stars, quiet, peaceful, until it isn't. American truckers see more than just highways. They witness things no one is supposed to see. Shadows in the rear view, faces in the trees, things knocking from inside a locked trailer. Tonight, you're riding shotgun into the dark. Welcome to Night Shift Chronicles. Buckle up. These 4 true trucker horror stories might just change the way you see the road forever. You spend hours alone, wrapped in darkness, with nothing but road noise and static on the radio to keep you company. For truckers, the night isn't just a shift, it's a test of sanity. Because out there, in the miles between towns and gas stations, something watches, something moves. And when you're too far from help, you learn the terrifying truth. The road doesn't care if you make it home. I'd been running freight from Houston to Denver for nearly 8 years. You see some weird things at night, foxes darting across the road, people broken down in the middle of nowhere, ghost towns lit by one flickering light. But what I saw at Exit 47 still haunts me. It started like any other trip. Midnight shift, dead highway, audiobook humming quietly. I passed Exit 45. Then 46. Then I saw a sign that read, Exit 47, diner ahead. Funny thing was, I didn't remember a diner being there before, but I figured maybe it was new. She was standing right on the side of the road, pale, shivering, arms crossed like she'd been caught in a storm. I slowed down, half ready to pull over, but something about her didn't sit right. Her eyes, they didn't blink, just wide, glassy, fixed straight ahead. I kept driving. A few miles later, I felt a drop in pressure, like the air changed. My ears popped. The road twisted in a way it shouldn't have, and when I passed the next sign, my heart dropped. Exit 47 again, same diner, same woman, still standing there. I thought maybe I was overtired. I rolled down the window for fresh air. I turned up the music. But 20 minutes later, there it was again. Exit 47, diner ahead. The woman was now closer to the road. Her mouth was open, but she didn't move. I slammed the brakes. GPS showed I was still on the right highway, never took a turn. I checked the map 3 times. I had no explanation. The final time I passed, she was standing in the sea, center of the road. She smiled as I approached. Not a friendly smile, an empty, broken grin like someone who's forgotten how to be human. I swerved and kept going, hands shaking. When I looked in the rearview mirror, she was gone. I never take that route anymore, but sometimes, when I'm on a long haul and the night gets quiet, I swear I see signs for Exit 47 again, even in states it doesn't exist. I was hauling medical equipment overnight from Las Vegas to Salt Lake. It was a quiet load. Paperwork said the trailer was sealed with sanitized machinery, low risk, no human cargo, nothing alive. Around 2:15 a.m., I stopped at a small truck stop off I-15, parked under the only working light, and climbed into the sleeper to catch a nap. That's when the first bang came. It was soft, like someone tapping from the inside. 3 slow knocks against the trailer wall. I sat up, heart racing. Maybe the wind, I thought. Maybe something shifted in the load. I checked the rear camera. Nothing. But a minute later it came again. Bang, 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 louder this time. I radioed dispatch. They said it was probably air shifting between sealed crates. Ignore it, they said. You're not authorized to open it anyway. I stayed awake after that. Around 3:30 a.m., I heard scratching. Not like metal shifting, like fingers dragging across the inside of the trailer. I jumped out with a flashlight and walked to the back. The trailer seal was untouched, but something inside was moving. I placed my ear to the metal, breathing, slow, shallow breathing. I broke protocol, used my crowbar and cracked the door. Inside were rows of machines wrapped in plastic, and one bloody handprint on the floor. No body, no sign of a break-in, just that one mark smeared across the linoleum. I called the company. They told me to seal it and keep driving. The trailer was gone when I returned it, vanished from the yard, no record of delivery. I filed a report. 2 weeks later, someone from corporate visited my house and told me the shipment was part of a classified contract. They paid me off, told me never to speak about it again. But every time I pass a medical trailer, I wonder, Was someone in there, alive and screaming, while I drove through the night? Kansas highways stretch flat for hours. It's a hypnotic place to drive, until your mind starts playing tricks on you. That's what I thought was happening the first time I passed mile marker 308. CB radio crackled. Static burst in my ear, then a whisper, "Don't stop, don't look back." I laughed. Probably some joker messing with frequencies. I turned the volume down and kept rolling. Then I caught movement in my rearview mirror, a man sitting in the sleeper cab. I swerved, slammed the brakes, jumped out. The cab was empty. I climbed back in, heart pounding, double-checked everything. Maybe I'd imagined it. I turned onto a rest exit, found a small gas station with one pump working. The attendant looked at me strange, said, "You come from 308? I nodded. He said, "Next time, don't stop, and never pull over when you see the girl." "What girl?" I asked. He just shook his head and locked the door behind him. On my return trip, I passed 308 again. This time, fog rolled across the road. Thick, unnatural. My headlights caught a shape up ahead, a girl in a white dress, waving. I remembered the warning, and didn't slow down. As I passed her, I glanced to the side. She was gone. But her face, it was in my passenger mirror for the next 30 miles, just floating there, mouth open in a silent scream. I covered the mirror with my jacket and didn't stop until I hit the state line. Since then, I've changed routes. I don't care if it adds hours. I'm never passing mile marker 308 again. My uncle, Dale, had been trucking for most of his life, worked for a small logistics company in the Midwest. One night, he was assigned a new trailer, number 13. That was strange in itself. Most fleets skip number 13 for superstitious reasons, but Dale didn't care about that stuff. He hooked it up from a remote yard in Missouri just past midnight. He called me before leaving. "Trailer smells weird," he said, "like old wood and metal." "What are you hauling?" I asked. He hesitated. "Manifest says furniture, antique, but it's heavy, feels wrong." That was the last call I ever got from him. The next morning, his truck was found on a side road in the Ozarks. Engine off, lights on, cab door wide open, no Dale. The trailer, gone. The company swore they never had a trailer 13. No records, no digital tag, nothing. I dug into it. Turns out, another driver was assigned that trailer in 2006. He vanished too. All the loads tied to trailer 13 were night hauls, all dispatched from the same yard, all to ghost delivery points that don't exist. It's like the trailer was never supposed to be on the road at all. I've heard whispers from other drivers, sightings of a truck with no company logo, pulling a faded gray trailer with a cracked number 13. They say if you see it behind you, don't pull over, don't let it pass. Whatever's inside doesn't like to be looked at. And once you've seen it, it might start following you. 4 roads, 4 truckers, 4 stories no GPS can explain. Next time you pass a rest stop at 3 a.m., check your mirrors twice. You might not be alone. This was Night Shift Chronicles. Subscribe for more true horror tales, and remember, some routes should never be driven.